I get asked a lot in my days of capital equipment sales, what was the biggest thing? What moved the needle the most when it came from doing small deals to moving big deals? Now, back when I had my equipment business, it was pretty successful. We were doing $10 to $12 million a year, and I was dealing a lot with the rental companies that you could possibly name. And I was good at getting the onesies and twosies, and I could get the onesies and twosies, but I struggled to get the really big deals across the line. And then it was 2015, I came across a strategy, an idea that's called frame control. And so I immersed myself in the learning of frame control. And within 4 months, I was no longer getting the onesies and twosies. I was getting multi-million-dollar deals from all of the buyers who were previously only buying ones and twos. Now, nothing had changed. I was the same, the buyer was the same, the market was the same, the product was the same, the price that was the same. The only thing that was different was the way I pitched my deal to my buyers. Now, what is a frame control? What is framing? Well, framing is about points of view, right? Two perspectives. And in every conversation, you're always going to have two perspectives, two frames. And one frame will always dominate the other. Think about it in your personal relationship. If you decide you want to go out for dinner and you want Mexican, but your partner might want Italian, those two frames are going to collide. You can't have well, I guess you could go to two separate restaurants, but that would be a bit weird. But you don't go to two separate restaurants when you want to have dinner together, right? In America at the moment, you've got this thing going on between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris, battling for the presidency, right? You can't have two presidents in the White House. During COVID, vax versus anti-vax. And in a business, in an equipment deal, what you may see as a $50,000 skid steer loader, what you may see as a $50,000 elevating work platform, the buyer might think $35,000 if you're lucky. Two frames are colliding. Now, if you understand the basics of frame control, you know what the buyer's going to say before they do, because you control the conversation. The buyer is always responding to you. And in sales, guess what? It's usually the other way around. Usually, the buyer is the one that controls the conversation, right? So frame control, by far, had the biggest single impact in my equipment days. And from that time, from 2015 to today, I have never discounted, not a cent. And I've done some pretty big kick-ass equipment deals, all the way up to $7.6 million deals, without having to discount a cent, all done through the power of frame control. Frame control works, frame control works, and frame control works in the equipment business specifically. If you want to know more about frame control, there's actually a really good book out, and it's one by a gentleman called Oren Clough. He's based in San Diego, in America, and he's the author of what I believe is the best sales book that's ever been written. It's called Pitch Anything. Get Pitch Anything, share it with your team, or reach out, and I'm happy to talk to you further about the benefits of frame control and how you use it to increase equipment sales. Ciao for now.